why Qureshi, former Chief Election Commissioner, is with us. Good evening, Dr. Qureshi. At this point, we are discussing the issue of whether the credibility of the Election Commission has once again come into question because of the staggered announcement of dates of Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat. The Congress is raising serious questions, going to the extent of calling it a proxy for the government.
You know, every time I hear a criticism of the Election Commission, it hurts me and pains me personally because over a period of time, all the Chief Election Commissioners have contributed to the dignity and the credibility of this institution. It is a pride of the nation. It has been a pride of the nation. It is a global guru. And every time a question is raised, it becomes hurtful. Now, we have to work hard, the entire nation, everybody, Election Commission itself and people outside the political parties, to ensure that nothing happens to the credibility of the Election Commission. And in this case, I think it was totally unnecessary to segregate the two elections. We have been holding these elections simultaneously for as long as we can remember. And the second rule is that if elections are falling in some state within...
Did it surprise you, Dr. Qureshi? Did it surprise you that the dates for Gujarat were staggered? Did you also, in your mind, have this question that why is this being done and is it not fitting into the scheme of things?
Yes, it surprises me completely because what did anybody achieve by delaying a Gujarat election by 15 days? All the elections in Gujarat and Himachal will be held around this time was known 5 years ago. And all these years, if any announcements had to be made, they have been made 15 days ago. Unless there is some astrology at work. Otherwise, where was the need to delay all this and put a question mark on the Election Commission? Somebody's convenience. What is more important than the election for a political party? So I don't know why this had to be done. It baffles me.
Basically, as a former Chief Election Commissioner, if you are saying that certain decisions have surprised you, that is something then we will have to, get answers from the current ruling party and the current administration of the Election Commission, the Chief Election Commissioner. But when we heard Mr. Rajiv Kumar speak, he said that this is a level playing field. We consider a number of factors. He referred to the issue of how the last polling date, weather conditions, all of that come into play to a question on why Himachal and Gujarat dates could not have been announced together.
You're asking me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What he said about the various factors in play, that is absolutely right. But it's coming specifically to Himachal and Gujarat. Now, Himachal elections had to be announced at the time they were, because, it happened in our time that somebody went to the High Court of Himachal Pradesh and, the Lahore, Spiti and 33 constituencies in the interior, which are not able to vote in February. That was the time when elections used to be held in Himachal. So every political party said, yes, it will be important that we bring the election, we advance the election, because on the 15th of November, Rohtang Pass closes, which means after that, the three constituency elections will become impossible, which is why 14th of November or 12th or 13th, those are the days when the election in the interior of the hills has to be completed. So which was done very rightly. Now, yes. Earlier Gujarat and Himachal were always together. On one hand, there is a demand that there should be simultaneous elections, and here simultaneous elections, which were always held simultaneously, have been segregated. So that is what puts a question mark. And what are those various factors which are taken into account? Which I said, yes, factors are taken into account. What factors led to the delay of Gujarat election by 15 days? What are those factors? And when the elections are supposed to be clubbed within 6 months, and in this case, 2 months or 1.5 months actually doesn't really doesn't seem to. I don't seem to understand it.
Yes. These are very important points coming from you, Dr. Qureshi, when you say that there is absolutely no reason why the dates could not have been announced together, even if we give enough leeway to the factors and the balancing part of it. It does not make sense to you as an experienced individual in this particular area of dealing with elections. We take your points. Thank you so much, Dr. Qureshi, for joining us here this evening with your opinion on the subject.